watching Germantown Municipal Television, your source for everything Germantown.
Welcome to Healthy Germantown. I'm your host, Steve Wilensky. Each month, we share ways for you, our Germantown residents, to enjoy a healthy life here in our city. Now, with the weather turning to springtime temperatures and sunny skies, it's time to get the kids out and moving. Germantown Legends Youth Soccer Program Director Chris Bartels is here to tell us about youth soccer. Then, we will visit a unique local restaurant called the Wild Beet Salad Company. Wild Beet is part of the Eat Real movement, and General Manager Chase Kelly is here to talk about the restaurant and to share the benefits of Eat Real. And finally, with spring comes the time to prepare your garden. So here to talk about the community garden located in the Bobby Lanier Farm Park are Parks and Recreation Director Pam Beasley and Germantown Community Garden member Evelyn Mosley. Soccer is almost a rite of passage for kids growing up today. Mine played. Joining us to talk about the Germantown Legends Youth Soccer Program is Chris Bartels, Director of Memphis Happy Feet and Germantown Legends. Welcome, Chris.
Oh, Steve, I appreciate it.
So, for people who don't know about Germantown Legends, tell us about it.
Sure. Germantown Legends is a service provider for the city of Germantown. And we have a full complement of programs for kids for all ages. We have a program called Happy Feet, which is an introduction from 2.5 to 4.5. We operate in schools around the county, as well as running leagues for children, both during the fall, during the spring. Once they graduate, at 5, they go to our Germantown Recreation Program, which is for U5 all the way up to co-ed U19. So we offer programs for every age, boys and girls. Then we have also the competitive program, which runs from U9 all the way up to high school. And to top it off, we have our TOPS program, which is for kids with disabilities that we run on Wednesday nights, which we have volunteer coaches who come in and work with these kids and try to give them the best soccer experience we can.
So what's the club's philosophy?
The philosophy is easy. We want to get kids involved, get them moving. We want them to have fun. If it's not fun, nobody's going to play. But we also want to create with them a boldness, a creativity to go out and make a mark in life, be a leader. And everything we do with our programs is to empower kids to do that. So the philosophy is to get them involved first, and then give them the absolute best coaching we can, even at the recreation level to the competitive level, where our stress is on building confidence with the ball, a lot of skill work, nothing but skill work. We're not that worried about results as much as we are as the development of the player. When we have them at U5, U6, our job is again prepared to play U7, U8, where the skills will match the demands of the age all the way up through the competitive, is make these kids enjoy the game while they're learning the game and learning to grow with the game, both socially, psychologically, and of course athletically.
So that isn't what we used to have in Germantown. So how did this comprehensive, almost continuity of developing kids and programs, how did it come to be? Well, where did your interest in it come from?
Excuse me?
And where did your interest in it come from?
Well, I've been involved in the game all my life, and I've played at every level, coached at every level. Had 3 boys who played for 3 separate clubs. So I had the ability to see the good, bad, and ugly of the way soccer programs are run. And sitting around with friends, we always had a discussion. If we could run a club, how would we run it? And when this opportunity came up, it was something I had to jump on, because this was a chance to put what we talk about into practice and see if we could make it real for these kids.
So what we do here and what you've created, Is that what makes it different from other programs in the area? Is this the more common way, or is yours unique?
Well, every program has a different philosophy, and we have a number of clubs in the area who we compete with. And everybody's a little bit different, but I think anybody who's involved in youth sports, their interest is to help kids. You know, the more we have kids involved in sports, the less troubles they have later on. And if they're a leader on the field, they're going to be a leader in the community, they're going to be a leader in the classroom, and that's what we're looking at.
So where do they play, and when do they play, and when do they practice?
Well, we have, the programs usually run, both a fall program, which starts in August, runs to about middle of December for the competitive, ends at the end of November for the recreation. Then we start up again in February, where we get the rec kids out early before their season even starts, and we have our staff coaches come down to work with the U5 and U6s on up to give them as much experience with the ball before the season even begins. And that runs till about the middle of May, and then after that we're right back into it because tryouts begin for the competitive teams in May.
I remember there wasn't much of a break. How do parents get their kids involved, and how do you work with parents to make sure that the kids are placed in the right levels? And can they, if they show a certain sort of promise, can they move from one level to another during a season?
Well, not during the season, they stay with their age group.
Okay.
And our fields in Germantown, Parks and Recreation is fantastic the way they've designed the complexes, is our fields are made for kids in the right age. So when we play U5 and U6, they're playing 3 against 3, small fields, small goals, no goalies, no referees. The coaches basically take care of it to get them active moving. We just get them moving in the right direction and try to push them to touch the ball, get as many touches of the ball. Just don't kick it. We're not playing kickball. We're playing soccer, and get them comfortable with the ball, not being afraid to lose it. Everybody loses the ball. The greatest players in the world lose the ball. So with U5 and U6, we go 3v3. Then for U7 and U8, we go 4v4, little bigger field, still no goalies, still same philosophy. Then it moves up to U10. Now we're going 6v6. Now we introduce goalies, and it moves on up till we get to 11v11.
So they love it.
They love it.
And and you create a passion that stays with them.
Well, you hit it right on the head. It is passion. You have to have a passion for the game. I grew up thinking I was going to be a second baseman for the Yankees until I went to my first soccer game. And I got the bug, and I got the passion for it. And if you look at our coaches, and I think we have the best coaches in the city and the county, and they all have a passion for the game, and they bring that to the practice field, and they bring that to the game field, and they instill that in the kids to love it too.
Are most of the coaches former players?
Yeah, all of them, all of them. My coaching director for the competitive side is Kerry Talley, who went to Houston High School here, was captain of the U18 and U20 national teams and played 13 years in the MLS. My Happy Feet director is Brett Borm, played at Collierville High School, also played at Lambeth College and played a little semi-professional. So all our coaches have great experience. They've all played. They're all licensed. We either send them to the United States Soccer Federation to get their licenses, or through the National Soccer Coaches Association. 2 of our coaches just came back from attaining their badges. It's a whole week course, very comprehensive, very tough. But we don't put coaches on the field unless they have the utmost experience, can bring that to the kids, and give their passion to the kids.
Well, we've covered a lot of ground in a short period of time. The only thing I can say is, if I had a do-over with my son, I wish it would have been that he could have been in a program like
we would
yours.
have loved it.
It sounds fantastic. Thank you so much for being here.
Appreciate it.
It's time for a short break. Back after this with a look inside one of the healthiest places to eat in our city.
Thanks.
They'll test you, try to break your will. But however loud the loudness gets, however many cheese puffs may fly, you're the driver, the one in control. Stand firm. Just wait. and move only when you hear the click that says they're buckled in for the drive. Never give up till they buckle up.
Which planet are we living on? It's right here.
What do you think it would be like to teach? Chances are, you have no idea. Teachers today are breaking down obstacles, finding innovative ways to instill old lessons, proving that greatness can be found in everyday places, and that you don't need to be famous to be unforgettable. That's what it's like to teach.
You are watching Germantown Municipal Television, your source for everything Germantown.
Welcome back to Healthy Germantown. Wild Beet Salad Company is a unique concept restaurant located in the Care For Shopping Center. They have fresh, healthy ingredients for a quick lunch or dinner that you can feel good about. Wild Beet is also an Eat Real restaurant, and General Manager Chase Kelly is here to tell us more about his restaurant and the benefits of the Eat Real program. Hi, Chase.
Hi, how are you, Steve?
I'm great. So tell us, how did you become your restaurant Eat Real certified?
Well, initially we were contacted by the United States Healthful Food Council about being part of the inaugural group of restaurants to become Eat Real certified in Memphis and Tennessee. So naturally we said yes. Having the Eat Real seal of approval has been very important to us.
So with that in mind, tell us about the process of how a restaurant becomes Eat Real certified. What do they do?
Well, for us, it was a semi-intensive process. We had a nutritionist come out who analyzed our menu from top to bottom. She looked at our prepared items, the nutritional information of those prepared items, such as our oils, vinegars, our mayonnaise, and our tortillas. She also looked for organic options and food sustainability.
And so, organic, we hear about organic more and more. I'm still not sure people understand what's organic, why is it important, but what are your practices when it comes to organic items?
While being 100% organic for us would not be cost effective, we do try to offer organic options to our customers to better accommodate our organic only customers. One of our options is our chicken. We source that locally and we're extremely proud of that. We actually added that to our menu without increasing our prices because we felt that that benefit was far more important. We also offer an organic spring mix. So it's kind of our hope at Wild Beet with those two items in combination with some of the Clean 15 items that some of your viewers may be familiar with, that we can offer enough options for our organic only customers.
So when they come in and they look at the menu, does it identify what's organic?
We have a sign on the wall that shows where our chicken comes from and that it's 100% organic. And then on our menu, the organic spring mix is labeled as an option.
And you mentioned Clean 15. What is?
I'm really not sure.
Okay.
I know there's certain things like just other vegetables that aren't necessarily or don't have to be raised organic in order to eat.
Sustainability in food. What are your practices on sustainability in food?
Like I said before, our chicken is sourced locally. We're very proud of that. It actually comes from a farm in Arkansas called Crystal Lakes. We also try to source as much local produce as we can, such as our tomatoes, our cabbage, our bell peppers, just to name a few. At Wild Beet, we like to say that we're a quick and healthy lunch or dinner option that you can feel good about. And we truly do mean that on a couple of different levels. You're eating healthy, and at the same time, you're contributing back to our ecosystem.
So back to Eat Real, because I think a lot of our viewers really don't know much about Eat Real. Why is the Eat Real program a good fit for Wild Beet?
Well, at Wild Beet, we pretty much are in line with the model of the Eat Real program, in which that we primarily offer fruits and vegetables. We currently have about 32 different types of fruits and vegetables. That's not including our 7 different types of lettuce. We offer romaine, spinach, spring mix, the organic spring mix. We have kale, iceberg, and arugula. So there's definitely a lot of options to choose from. All of our dressings are homemade, and they're also gluten-free as well.
And there's probably not another place around where you could go in and get that variety
Oh, I
all
don't
in
think
one
so.
place. So, anything new on the horizon?
There's always something to be excited about. Just recently, we opened our second location at 4715 Poplar in East Memphis. We are very thankful to be able to provide such a healthy dining option to a larger community of people. As of right now, we're also working on a couple sugar-free dressing options and thinking about participating in the Whole30 food program as well, which would better accommodate our customers that are on even stricter diets. We're also working on our seasonal spring menu, which is set to roll out soon. Hopefully that's going to come out sometime in March, in a couple weeks. So I mean, we're excited about the future, and we've grown very greatly in the last 3 years, and we're just going to keep going.
Good. So, last question for me. So, for somebody who hasn't been before and they watch the program and they decide, sounds great, I'm going to try it out. When you walk through the door, can you walk us through what the experience is of ordering and having it prepared and what you get and how much actually control you have over what you get? But what's that experience like? I walk in the door, and then what?
You'll walk in the door to your right-hand side. At both of our locations, we have order sheets that you'll fill out. At the top, we have our menu items that are listed, which are kind of just pre-selected salads that we've kind of created. There's maybe about 10 selections of those. So you have the option in choosing one of those as a salad or wrap. You can do it as is on the menu, or you can make some substitutions. You can add a protein to it. You can add another vegetable to it, just however you like. So once you fill that out, you'll take it up front to the salad maker where you'll be greeted, and you'll pass her your slip. She'll take everything, she'll put it all in a bowl. It's going to look huge at first, but once it goes through the process of being made, we're going to actually dump it over, and we're going to chop it up. So it's, in every bite, you're going to have pretty much the same thing. We'll ask you what type of dressing you want. We probably have maybe 22 different selections of those. And at the end, we're going to put wheat tortillas on top of it, and we'll pass it down. It's a pretty seamless process.
So you've got plenty for one meal?
Yeah.
2 people?
I think it's hard to eat one by myself personally. So if you don't eat a lot, you can definitely split one.
Right. Well, I've been. It's great. I thank you very much for joining us today.
Yes, sir.
And look forward to continued success with your business.
Thank you, Steve.
Thanks. To see the innovative menu, and it truly is innovative, at Wild Beet Salad Company, and for more information about the Eat Real program, visit healthygermantown.com. We'll be back. Stay tuned.
Visit aarp.org/caregiving for information on how to provide even better care for the person who wants to care of you.
You are watching Germantown Municipal Television, your source for everything Germantown.
The Germantown Community Garden is a working model of suburban agriculture located at the Bobby Lanier Farm Park. Parks and Recreation Director Pam Beasley and Germantown Community Garden member Evelyn Mosley are here to tell us more about it. Welcome.
Thank you, Steve.
So, full disclosure, I am not a gardener, but during this segment, I'm hopeful that I and many others will learn from you. So if you could, first, share with us your passion about the community garden and educate those who may not know about it.
Sure. First of all, Steve, I think the message today is we all want to be healthy, and I can't think of a better way to increase one's health than to connect with nature. And the community garden was really inspired by that thought. Obviously, access to good food and learning how to grow and cultivate that food is very important, but it's that one connection with nature and being outdoors and the fresh air. It's a learning experience, so it's a very holistic approach in terms of that healthy experience, and it's one of my favorite places.
So take two scenarios. The
Okay.
person like me who even might be, I don't want to fail, I don't have a green thumb, I want to get started. How would and how can you teach me and give me confidence that there's a chance that what I plant will grow, and then what happens to it after that? And then the other person who loves it. It is their passion, their hobby, and it's a great opportunity not only to get out, but to meet people as well.
Sure. I think there's a guarantee when you commit to being a part of the Community Garden Association at any level. There's a guarantee that you're going to take away something, that you will learn something. Even the experienced gardener, there are other experienced gardeners out there, and there's always been the debate, is gardening an art or is it a science? And technically, I believe it's both. And so connecting with other gardeners, I may be able to share my growing techniques with Evelyn, and she shares hers, and we go away with something new every time. For the novice gardener, you go out there and there are people who want to help you at whatever place you need to start.
So I actually think we have some photos to look at that maybe you can describe what we're going to be looking at.
Sure.
So this is a raised bed made with straw bales.
Steve, this is actually my backyard, and when
Your
we...
backyard.
It's my backyard. It's my home backyard. And what I will say is everything that I learned at the farm park, I brought home and applied in my own garden. And Jeff Terry is our farmer over there, and he convinced me that growing from seed was not that difficult, and I did not have to go to the nursery. So these are all my annuals and perennials. Those are flowers that I grew last summer. I did not go to the nursery and purchase those, so I have verbena, I have cosmos, there's Tennessee coneflower. So I just really enjoy growing. And then after I harvested my flowers and set them in my landscape bed, I turned around, repurposed that raised bed, and I grew tomatoes and rosemary and basil. And again, all this I learned and being involved at the farm park and the community garden. And I loved it so much, I put in another straw bale raised bed. And I love it because weeds don't get in my bed, and I can literally sit on the bale to garden.
So in the community garden, well, actually we've got another picture. So your experience with roses?
Well, here's the thing. When you go to the farm park, you get exposed to new ways, and you also build your confidence. And I'm a lifelong gardener, but I always heard and I had this perception that roses I could never do. So I did sheet mulching on a flat bed. That means I did not till the ground. I actually put cardboard and then straw and leaves under that, started my rose garden. And I decided to grow David Austin roses, which commercially are about $10 a stem. And so I'm having great success with my home garden. And again, all of those principles, practices, and the confidence to just get out there and try started at the farm park.
Wow. So back to the farm park and the community garden. Sign up is coming.
Sign up is ongoing. In fact, you can go online to get an application, and I brought one today.
Okay.
But we will have our new members' first meeting on Saturday, April the 4th at 9 o'clock at Farm Park. So we'll be talking about signing up for a shift once a week members work 2 hours there, and you always go home with something.
And what does it cost for a membership?
It is $75 for Germantown residents. If you're 65 and older, it's $50 a year. And non-residents may also join. So applications are available online, and then they're turned into the Park Commission office.
And what do people grow?
We grow all kinds of vegetables. Jeff is constantly trying new things, and we have a lot of input on what will be grown, but it's just always fun to see what's coming up. So there's new things that some of us have never tasted before, varieties that are new to most of us, and it's just a lot of fun to take things home. We do talk too about how to prepare the things that are there, and sometimes we get to share with each other the fruits of our labor.
Nice.
At a social event.
What are the access hours for being able to get in?
The shifts right now are 8 to 10 o'clock, and each member chooses what day they want to work. We sign up, have a really neat way of signing up online, so it's 8 to 10. Our work days are any day between Tuesday and Saturday.
So healthy eating is part of the commitment of the city within our Healthy Germantown project.
That's right.
This fits really well, doesn't it?
It does, and again, when people are able to understand the food system and understand the choices, I think so often, in our personal lives and in our home kitchens, we get into a habit and a routine. And what the farm does, to Evelyn's point, is if you can name a vegetable, they're probably growing it. And something that you may not pick up in the grocery store, if you planted that seed and you cultivated that plant, you're gonna check out that new vegetable that maybe you never ate.
Well, it's clear we didn't have enough time, but you covered a lot of ground in a short period of time, and the photos and what you've accomplished are just absolutely beautiful. Come to my house.
Sure.
And thanks very much for being here. I'd like to thank my guests for taking time out of their busy schedules to be on the show, and you, the viewer, for watching. If you'd like more information about this or any other show on Germantown Municipal Television, please visit www.gmtvonline.org. We'll see you when Healthy Germantown returns next month.